I bear thy character, and there these, nay, fortune these, we both be pretty, and still rest thine. Poor wretch, but for thy mother's fault thou art thus exposed to loss and what may follow. Weep I cannot. My heart bleeds. Most accursed am I to be enjoined by oath to do this. The day frowns more and more. How art like to have a lullaby you wrote. I've never seen the heavens so dim by day.
Browsing of ivy.
Have we here? A barn! A very pretty barn. A boy or a girl, I wonder? A girl! A very pretty girl. Sure, some scape though. I'm not bookish, yet I can be great and gentle in escape. This is some stair work. Some behind door work. I'll take it up for pity, yet I'll tarry. What tailors sell daughters?
Heavy matters, heavy matters. Pity sights we've seen by sea and land, as ships swallowed up by the roaring sea, and a poor gentlewoman attacked by a wild bear.
Oh, in the name of mercy, who was his daughters?
Now, we've not lived since we saw those sights. Oh, Christ, my soul, the men have not yet come.
Creeping like a snail, unwillingly to school.
What has my husband done to make him fly the land? To leave his wife? To leave his babes? His mansion and his titles and a place? From whence himself does fly?
You must have patience, madam.
He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her young ones in her nest against the owl. All is the fear, and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom, for where the flight so runs against all reason.
And pray you, school yourself. For your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and knows best the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further. Cruel are the times when we are traitors, and know not ourselves when we hold judgment from what we fear, yet know not what we fear. but float upon a wild and violent sea, each way and move. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at worst will cease, or else climb upward. My pretty cousins, blessings upon you.
Father they are, and yet they are fatherless. Daughters. Your father is dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
As the birds do, Mother.
What? With worms and flies?
With what we can get, we mean, and so do they.
You poor bird. Thou'st never fear the net nor lime, the pitfall nor the gin.
Why should we, Mother? Poor birds, they're not set for. Our father is not dead for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy 'em and sell 'em again.
Thou speaks with all thy wit, and yet I faith with wit enough for thee.
Was our father a traitor, Mother?
Aye, that he was.
And what is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Every one that does so is a traitor, and must be hanged.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the lies and the swearers are fools, for they are lies and swearers a noun, to beat the honest men and hang them up.
Poor monkeys. But how wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you would weep for him. If not, it be a sure sign that we should soon have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talkst.
Bless you, fair dame, I am not you known, that in your state of honour I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you would take a homely man's advice, be not found here, hence with your little ones. To fright you thus in things I am too savage, to do worse to you with fell cruelty, which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you, I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now. I am in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable. To do good sometime accounted dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up that womanly defence to say I have done no harm? What are these faces?
And then the lover, sighing like a furnace, with a woeful ballad, made to his mistress's eyebrow.
My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
Helen, I love thee, I swear I do.
Oh, I say I can love thee more than he can do.
Thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Oh, quick, come!
Lysander, where to tinsel this?
Away, you Pincio.
Oh, you tame man, go!
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing, let loose or I'll shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this sweet love?
Love, out, tawny tartar, out! Hated promotion, no Pedersen, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, Sooth, and so do you.
I'm not like Hermia, and not you Lysander. I'm the same now as I was a while. Since night you loved me. And since night you left me. Oh, you left me! Well, the gods forbid. In earnest shall I say?
By my line, I never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. There be nothing truer that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me! You juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Sign thy face!
Have you no modesty? No maiden
puppet, you puppet, you? Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem? Because I am so dwarfish and low. How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low that my nails can reach into thine eyes.
Oh, I pray you that you both be gentlemen, don't let her! I was never cursed! You may think because she's something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower, hark again.
She shall not hurt thee, Helena.
Nay, she shall not, though you take her part.
If she's angry, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. She may be little, she is fierce.
Little, nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her me to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
You've gone, you dwarf, you bead, you acorn. Now, let's try who's right. Of thine or mine is in most, Helena.
Ah, nay, follow. I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
All this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray, but my legs are longer to run away.
I am amazed, and know not what to say.
Then a soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like pards.
Jealous in honour, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth.
Once more into the breach, dear friends. Once more! Or close the walls up with our English dead.
In peace there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility.
But when the blast of war blares in our ears, then imitate the action of the tiger.
Stiffen the sinews,
Summon up the blood.
disguise fair nature with hard-favoured rage, then lend the eye a terrible aspect.
Set the teeth and stretch the nostril wide. Hold hard the breath and bend up every spirit to its full height. On, you noble English!
Whose limbs were made in England, show us here the mettle of your pasture. Let us swear that you are worth your breeding, which I doubt not.
There are none of you so mean and base that hath not noble lustre in your eyes.
I see you stand like greyhounds in the slips, straining upon the start.
The game's afoot.
Follow your spirits,
And upon this charge cry, God for Harry, England, and St. George!
God for Harry, England, and St. George.
And then the justice, with good open lined and fair round belly,
Full of wise saws and modern instances.
And so he plays his part.
My necessaries are embarked. Farewell. And sister, do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
do you doubt that?
For Hamlet, and the trifling of his favour, hold it a fashion, and they toy in blood. Forward, not permanent. Sweet, not lasting. No more.
No more but so.
Think it no more. Perhaps he loves you now, but you must fear his greatness weighed, his will is not his own, for he himself is subject to his own birth.
I will of this good lesson keep as watchman to my heart, but do not, as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whilst, like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself the primrose path of dalliance treads, and recks not his own reed.
Oh, fear me!
Yet, Laertes! Aboard for shame! The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail, and it you're stayed for. There, my blessing be with thee, and these few precepts in thy memory see thou character. Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. Those friends thou hast, and their adoption tried, grapple them to thy soul like hoops of steel. But do not dull thy palm in entertainment of the new-hatched, unfledged comrade. Beware of entrance to a quarrel, but being in, bear it that the opposed may beware of thee. Give each man thy ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Costly thy habit as thy purse can buy, but not expressed in fancy, rich not gaudy, for the apparel oft proclaims the man, and they in France of the best drunken station are of a most select and generous chief in that. Neither a borrower nor a lender be, for loan oft loses both itself and friend, and borrowing dulls the edge of husbandry. This above all to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell, my blessing season this in thee.
Most humbly do I take my leave, mother. And sister, remember well what I have told thee.
It is in my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it.
What is it, Ophelia, that he has said to you?
Oh, something touching the Lord Hamlet.
Give me up the truth.
He hath, my mother, made many tenders of his affection toward me.
Affection! You speak like a green girl. And you believe these tenders, as you call them?
I do not know, my mother, what I should think.
Marry, I'll teach you. Tender yourself more dearly, or you'll tender me a fool.
My mother, he hath importuned me with love, in honourable fashion.
High fashion, you may call it.
He hath given countenance with his speech of all the holy vows in heaven.
Spring to catch woodcocks. Look to it, I charge you. From this moment forth, exchange no words or talk with the Lord Hamlet.
I shall obey my lady.
The sixth age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon.
With spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shrunk shank.
And his big manly voice turning again towards childish trebles.
Oh, cousin Silence, that thou hadst seen. How dost your fairest daughter, and my god daughter Ellen? Silence, how dost your fairest daughter and my goddaughter Ellen?
Alas, she's a black woozle, Cousin Shallow.
And my cousin William, is he become a good scholar? He is at Oxford still, is he not?
Indeed, he is, to my cost.
I must go back to the Inns of Court shortly, or I think they still talk of mad Shallow yet.
You were called Lusty Shallow then, cousin?
By the mass, I was called anything, and I would have done anything too. There was I, and little John Doyd of Staffordshire, and George Barnes, and
And
can I remember this one?
Francis Pickbone.
That's the one. Francis Pickbone and Will Squill, a Cotswold man. You had not 4 such swingebucklers in all the courts of Inn.
And may I say, we knew where all the best boner rovers were, and we had the best of them at our command.
And there was good Jack Falstaff.
I've seen good Jack Falstaff break Scroggins' head at the old court gate, when he wasn't a crack, not thus high.
And the very same day did I fight with one Samson Stockfish, a fruitier behind Gray's Inn.
Jesus, the mad days we have spent, and to see how many of my old acquaintances are now dead.
We shall all follow Cousin Silence.
'Tis certain, 'tis certain, as the psalmist says, 'tis certain, all shall die.
Oh, a pox on this gout, or a gout on this pox. One or the other plays rogue with my great toe.
Oh, Sir John, do you remember, since we lay all night in the windmill in St. George's Field?
Oh, no more of that, good Master Shallow. No more of that.
'Twas a merry night. Ooh, and is Jane Nightwork, is Jane Nightwork still alive?
She lives, Master Shallow.
She could never away with me.
Never, never. She would always say she could not abide Master Shallow.
By the mass, I could anger her to the heart. But she was in a Bonarova. Doth she hold her own well?
Old, Master Shallow.
Nay, she must be old. Certain she is old. She must be old, for she had Robin Nightwork by old Nightwork before I came to Clemenson.
That was 50 year ago.
55 year ago.
Oh, Cousin Silence, that thou hadst seen, that this night and I have seen. Said I well, Sir John?
We have heard the chimes at midnight, Master Shallow.
That we have. That we have. That we have. That we have, Sir John. And our watchword. And our watchword was, ahem, boys, come, let's sit, come, let's sit dinner, come, let's sit dinner. Jesus, the mad days we have seen.
Come, sis. I will go drink with you
but I cannot tarry dinner. I am right glad to see you again, Master Shallow. You too, Master Silence.
God send us peace. And after the war, let us come to this house, and let this old acquaintance be renewed. I remember when I lay at Miles End, at Clemenson. Ah, those were the days.
Fare you well, gentlemen. Lord, how subject we old men are to this vice of lying. This same Staff Justice hath done nothing but prate to me of the wildness of his youths and the feats he have done about Turnbull Street, and every third word a lie. I do remember him at Clemenson, like a man made after supper of a cheese paring. When he was naked, he was for all the world like a forked radish, as lecherous as a monkey, and came ever in the rare word of fashion. And now, he has London beefs.
Last scene of all that ends this strange eventful history. His second charge is just to mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans toes, sans everything.
Has this man no feeling of his business that he whistles a grave make?
Custom hath made it in him a property of easiness.
Oh, why even so? The little hand of employment hath the daintiest sense. That skull had a tongue in it once, and could whistle too. Oh, this might be a pate of a politician which these arse now all breeches, might it not?
Right, my lord.
Or a courtier which could say, Good morrow, sweet lord, how dost thou, sweet lord? Oh, this might be my lord, such a one's that praised my lady, such a one's horse when he meant to beg it. And now my lady's worms chopless and knocked about the mazzard with a sexton's spade.
Aye, my lord.
What?
Whose way is this, sirrah?
Mine, sir.
I think it be thine indeed, if thou liest in it.
You lie out on it, sir, and therefore 'tis not yours. For my part, I do not lie in it, yet it is mine.
What man dost thou dig it for?
For no man, sir.
What woman
For
then?
none either.
Who is to be buried in it then?
One that was a woman, sir, but rest her soul, she's dead.
How absolute this name is. How long hast thou been a grave maker?
I came to it that day that our last King Hamlet overcame Fortinbras.
And how long is that since?
Cannot you tell that? Every fool can tell that. It was that very day that young Hamlet was born. He that is mad and was sent into England.
And why was he sent to England?
Why? Because he was mad. He shall recover his wits there, or if he do not, 'tis no great matter there.
Why?
'Twill not be seen in him there. There the men are as mad as he.
How came he mad?
Very strangely, they say.
How strangely?
Faith, even with losing his wits.
Upon what ground?
Here in Denmark, sir. I've been sexton here, man and boy, 30 years.
Tell me, how long will a man lie in the ground ere he rot?
In faith, if he not be rotten before he die. We have many poppy corpses nowadays. It will scarce hold the lying in. He will last you some 8 or 9 years. Tan will last you 9 years.
Oh, why he mup longer than another?
Why, sir, his hide is so tangled with this tree that he will keep water out a great while, and your water is a sort of care of your horse and their body. Here's a skull now. This skull has lain in the earth 23 years.
Whose is it?
Since Mount Fells it was. Who she thinks it was?
Nay, I know not.
Pestilence on him for a mad rogue. I poured a flagon of Rhenish on my head once. The same skull, sir, was Yorick's skull. The King's Jester.
This?
And that.
Let me see. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. He hath bore me on his back 1,000 times. Oh, but what in my imagination it is. My gorge rims at it. Oh, here hung those lips that I have kissed I know not how oft. Where be your gibes now? Your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set a table on a roar. And not one now to mock your own grinning. Quite chapfallen. Get you to my lady's chamber and tell her, let her paint an inch thick. But this favour she must come. Make her laugh at that.
All the world's a stage, the men and women merely players.
They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages.
At first the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms.
Then the schoolboy, with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping to school like a snail.
Then the lover, sighing like a furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow.
Then a soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pards.
Jealous in honour, sudden and quick in quarrel, searching the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth.
And then the justice, with fair round belly and good cape and line, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part.
The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved.
A while too wide for his shrunk shank, and big manly voice, turning again towards childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound.
Last scene of all, that ends this strange eventful history, is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.